The following video is devoted to the linguistic phenomenon called Hungarian vowel harmony. The video aims to impart the basics of the vocalic word derivation. The phenomenon referred to is going to be demonstrated with examples, which are contrasted with English equivalents as well. At first, we have to establish that Hungarian is considered as a so-called agglutinative language. This very fact primarily manifests itself in the word formation. In an agglutinative language, words contain multiple morphemes concatenated together, but in such a manner that individual word stems and affixes can be isolated and identified as to indicate a particular inflection or derivation. Agglutinative languages have generally one grammatical category per affix, while inflectional languages tend to express grammatical conditions with different word forms, mostly with prepositions. The word formation mentioned above is strictly determined by the principles of the vowel harmony. In Hungarian, vowels can be divided into two categories, namely into front vowels and back vowels. Front vowels are the following: e, I, ö, ü, and back vowels are the next ones: I, ö, ü. In the case of vowel harmony, the length of the vowels, maybe you have already recognized it, doesn't play a significant role. Front vowels have a higher and a more ringing sound, whereas back vowels are perceived as deeper and duller. Front vowels are produced near the throat, and back vowels are closer to the lips. As a result, there are three types of words and morphemes in Hungarian. Front vowel words. These merely contain front vowels like szerep, gyerek, ökör, and üröm. The second group is labeled as back vowel words, which means that only words containing back vowels belong here, such as banán, futam, or óra. Of course, there are words that may embrace both back and front vowels like csokoládé, zsiráf, virág, or iroda. The words teniszütő and autó can serve as an outstanding learning aid, since the word teniszütő contains the most front vowels and the word autó includes the typical back vowels. At this point, you might be wondering what's the justification of this system. This knowledge is indispensable for declination and word formation. Let me show you a couple of examples for its application. Let's take the word ház, meaning house. We have a word base with a back vowel. If we wanted to declinate the word and express that someone is in the house, we need to attach the suffix bon or ben. But how can we decide which one should be deployed? Like we assumed, we have a back vowel base, and this one requires a back vowel suffix, so it can only be bon in this case. So ház bon. Let's take another example. This time it should be a combined vowel word, for example, iroda, meaning office. We would like to articulate something very similar. Thus, the same pair of suffixes are required. In case there are both back and front vowels in the base, these monosyllable words act the same as back vowel words, so the result is the following: irodában. At last, let's examine a front vowel example: tükör, which means mirror. The suffix is the same as we have the same purpose. Due to the fact this is a fully front vowel word, we are entitled to pick the front vowel version, ben. So we get the form tükörben. Keep an eye on the further phenomenon. Some words end with a or e, and if they are declinated, these vowels must be elongated to a and e. There are a few examples here. And note that not all suffixes have both front and back vowel varieties. For example, ik and ért only exist in this form. Verbs should be conjugated applying the same principles. Let's take a look at the verb beszél, which means to speak. Our goal is to express that I speak. Again, we have to do with a front vowel verb base, so we can only choose the ending ek, referring to the first person singular, beszélek, meaning I speak. The form tanul is obviously a back vowel verb base. In the actual situation, our choice is restricted to a back voweled ending, ok. So tanulok, meaning I learn, I study. But you will learn more about verbs in another video. So these were the basics of the Hungarian vowel harmony. Hopefully it has become a bit more understandable. Thank you for the attention. Köszönöm szépen!